My friends, something incredible has happened. My peppermint shrimp eggs and my cuttlefish eggs have hatched at the same time. First, I noticed that the peppermint shrimp seemed close to giving birth. Looking at its green belly, it felt like hundreds of baby shrimp could hatch at any moment. To prevent the newborn shrimp from being sucked into the filter, I moved it into a separate container. Soon after, I noticed the shrimp becoming extremely excited. It kept rapidly fanning the eggs under its belly. It looked like it was about to find a place to release them. After a few hours passed, it could barely move anymore. I even felt like the eggs in its belly had somehow increased. Normally, a shrimp's body should be curved, but this shrimp's body had been stretched straight by the eggs. When I came back later, I discovered that the baby shrimp had already been born. Honestly, when I first saw them, I had no idea they were shrimp. They were completely transparent and extremely tiny. Only after zooming in with a magnifier could I vaguely see the shape of a shrimp. Then I fed them some brine shrimp, and an astonishing scene appeared. Their bodies were just big enough to barely fit a brine shrimp into their stomachs. Once the colored brine shrimp entered their transparent bodies, I realized something shocking. There were actually thousands of these baby peppermint shrimp. My goodness, with thousands of shrimp, how big of a place would I need to raise them all? Even though there are so many of them, they are incredibly tiny. I even noticed that each one only needs a single brine shrimp to fill its stomach. Just after finishing with the shrimp, I went over to check the cuttlefish eggs. Suddenly, an unknown object bursts out from one of the eggs. When I looked closely, I realized that a baby cuttlefish had been born. This little guy looked like a tiny mushroom from a cartoon, small and soft. Maybe because it was still so young, its arms hadn't developed yet. Under its eyes, it only had a mouth that looked like a large trumpet, but it was extremely agile and could even drift like a falling leaf. Since this little creature is a carnivore, I quickly fed it some brine shrimp. To my surprise, it immediately started eating. Its mouth worked like a vacuum cleaner, sucking food from everywhere. But now I'm a bit worried, my friends. Over there, I have thousands of shrimp, and here I have hundreds of eggs. Raising all of them is starting to feel overwhelming.